So if you DIing the min back throw in at low percent sets up for like ram into Dragon Laser and we'll just obliterate like heavy characters. Like DK can die at 0 to min if they and I'm sure it's possible on other characters too, just from a simple DI check. But no more of that because we've got Javi on Earth versus Goblin coming up. We did see this matchup play out once before in Mugen versus Javi. That's a Captain Falcon.
What?
Deselected. Okay.
Okay.
there we go.
I mean, I'm totally down for that. I love Captain Falcon, but okay, Roy versus Villager.
Goblin rocking with the default skin. Actually, both of them rocking with the default skin.
Yeah.
I like that. Well, immediate parry from Javi just to start things off. No punish for it, but maybe sending a message.
Ooh, really good awareness there from Goblin, getting that grab on the platform, and so far able to rack up a lot of damage.
Yeah, knowing how to pressure on platforms is just like, you do it to so many different people, you kind of know what to you kind of know what to expect like from certain players. And I feel like Goblin locked in that grab far before he actually pressed the Z button there. Ooh, and the jab block with the turnip. I like that from Javi. I wonder if it would have actually just popped Goblin up if it was a better like pull on the down air.
Yeah.
I do know it is variable. It goes from 1 turnip to 3 turnips, obviously in ascending damage from lowest number to highest number.
And then Isabel's is constant, right?
Yes, Isabel's is consistent. I believe it's 2 turnips all the time.
Okay.
Bounce.
Thank you. Villager's got to be pretty light though, right?
I imagine so. But honestly, I think he might just kind of be like sort of lost in the vortex, close to the middle of the cast. Maybe on the higher side, but not.
He's heavy.
Villager is heavier than Steve. We have just received word.
That's wild.
Which is reasonably heavy. That man's 2 blocks tall. That's 2 meters. Or 1.75 blocks tall. I think they changed it. They were scared.
That's actually crazy. I guess it's just because he's very floaty. It seems like
he kind of moves like a heavy, like very like heavy-esque movement. So I had to question myself there for a second, but to the rescue.
Hey, Goblin sitting at 129 right now. He's trying to stay towards center stage. That fair and bear isn't going to kill just yet.
Wow, I love the fair there, getting tucked right under that lip of PS2 to line it up. The tree coming up, and the up smash there in order to condition a jump or a roll through the tree, or to punish a jump or roll through the tree, rather.
He grabbed through the tree. That's wild.
I do believe, grab is considered a tether, so he definitely has the range to pull it off. Goblin about tired of getting his landings grabbed, though. Spot dodging that and getting a nice punish.
Trying to catch him with the approach with the falling bowling ball, but Goblin playing pretty patient, not getting hit by that, just waiting, charking underneath these platforms. Okay. Yeah, good stuff there. Misses the punish on the get-up attack, but Javi choosing like a panic roll option in, and Goblin able to get the jab to
right
back
into
air.
the loving hilt.
Yeah.
Right into the loving jab back air there.
The jair, if you will.
I do love the patience and just like, because Goblin, I feel like that's so cold from Goblin. Just like, yeah, you're gonna roll, like, or you're gonna panic. Like, I love the sort of like mental dominance that sort of exhibits. Because Javi looking a little nervous. Goblin obviously, not too far ahead as we stand right now, but we could see that grow, sort of a mental divide. Yeah, Villager with not a whole lot to do about Roy jabbing the back of his shield, unfortunately. Just has to go ahead and roll through that.
At these higher percents, the down tilt's going to be really important because it's going to set up into tech chases. And if Goblin's able to read the roll out with like a side beat, very easily the stock. If he can read the roll in or neutral tech with an F smash, that'll also be the stock. So Javi needs to be very careful about mixing up his options when it comes to those tech chase situations.
Ooh, the pot sniping out the recovery and then the slingshot finishing off Goblin off stage. It really, this feels like almost like diet like Joker Min, but on very different characters. It seems like the name of the game here for Javi is going to just be gimping that I believe it's called Blazer Roy up B. able to take that out. And DI in from Javi there, the blue line pointing straight up. I do believe Javi could have survived if they had DI'd out there, but who can say? That's going to be that game going over to Goblin. Goblin playing it pretty well, keeping everything together. Nothing too out of the ordinary for a player of his caliber.
Yep.
But Javi also, you know, not too terribly far behind.
Yeah, that one definitely hurt a little bit.
I'd be like, ooh, yeah, you got me.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's the blue line again, just pointing directly up, obviously denoting the location that your character will be sent when they take that knockback.
3, 2, 1.
Yeah, I think the panic rolls in the okay, you got it, I guess.
18 damage. That's a funny
so
option to start
funny.
the game.
Typically, you'd see like a jump off the platform with a fair or something.
And maybe, you know, maybe that is what he was going for, maybe just like a drop off fair. But you know what? It's like you got that one. I'll give it to you, Javi.
Oh wow, he's not dead.
Did keep his jump. Okay.
Yeah, I was not sure. I feel like in the previous game, Goblin was going high, and that kind of gave him like a situation in which if he got faired, he still had time to make it back to the ledge. Whereas if he goes low and Javi catches his jump with like a fair or something, then he's kind of out of luck. It's going to be really hard for him to get back. But it's really just dependent on where Javi sets himself up. Ah!
Yeah, and I do think like in like an optimal world you do just gimp this recovery every single time, and that was looking as close to optimal as we've seen so far from Javi. The spacing on that last back air was so impressive, actually managing to completely outspace that Blazer there and finding the strong hitbox of the back air to deal Goblin in here. 3 stocks to 2. Javi looking at a lead, and it's gone. That move is the great equalizer.
Yeah, I really like the way that Goblin set that up. He like F-tilted the wrong way, and so it discouraged Javi from rolling in, and then catches the neutral get up with the side B anyway. I think like he was purposely facing away to encourage the neutral get up to catch that. Goblin's just so good at the ledge.
Yeah, and I feel like Goblin, like, more than some of the other Premier Roy players out there, I feel like we do see the psychological aspect of it come into it a lot. Like, obviously, Cola is just super fast, like, in your face, doing a lot of that very quickly. But Goblin, it seems like, is more of like a slow burn player, like conditioning you pretty slowly, creating like the perfect scenario to where he'll be able to take your stock. Oh, no jab forward smash there. Jeff smashed.
Jeff smash? That's
smash.
my favorite. Yeah, I mean, Roy is just really scary, too. I feel like once you're at the ledge and the way that Goblin is playing, he's playing very patient. He's not throwing out a lot of options. He's waiting for Javi to mess up so that he can take the stock. That's got to be really intimidating to play against, and I feel like it's going to make Javi very prone to make a lot of panic options. But Javi's doing the same thing.
I was say Javi's corner play has been insane. Like, especially like using the dash attack there, the pot, to actually like deter Goblin from recovering low, because then the pot will probably combo into a forward air, considering Javi will just be there every time to capitalize off of it, and then just able to pretty much find anything needed to seal out the stock there for Goblin. But Goblin obviously firing back. We're looking at a pretty much even game right now, but it can all really go downhill for either of these characters in just a handful of interactions, or just one if you're Goblin, getting back thrown off stage into God knows what at this point.
I really like the way that Goblin is handling the Lloyd Rocket, though. A lot of the time you'll see people like stay in shield, and then that gives Javi a free opening, but instead Goblin is using a lot of short hop aerials to just jump over it while also getting a hitbox out. We saw that he used short hop fair. He also used short hop nair, and that gives him an opening while also being able...
Oh my gosh! Just raw reading that roll. The cross-up roll getting sniped out by the bowling ball. Not enough, but we're going to talk about psychological damage. Like that's got to be a huge one.
That was payback for the
questioning my entire life after that one.
I also really like the way that he's using his aerials to stop the villager slingshot as well.
I'm feeling an axe kill coming.
That was so good.
The dash attack setups, I'm telling you, always there.
They're so quirky. The little pot. He's like a little gardener.
I need to see it again. Then you can see the pot there. He actually throws it low, to sort of to guarantee that it'll recover high, and then uses the Lloyd to like further just entrap him in In another Macaulay Culkin-esque scenario. I don't know what
Yeah.
else to say. It's just Home Alone all over again.
So funny. It looks like the is it called like Rube Goldberg or whatever?
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
Yeah. The little like machines that where it's like different systems that connect into one another.
Dominoes into marbles into whatever.
Yeah,
That's how I feel about Villager.
honestly. And it looks like we're gonna be going to Kalos. I feel like in this matchup, Javi would definitely be banning FD. And so if you're a Goblin and you want to play on flats, like this is really all you have left. You know, maybe not, you know, people living longer is probably not your favorite thing, but if you can just make the most of these juggle scenarios against Villager, who's a character obviously lacking in their landing. And you remember what I said about people not dying early?
Yeah,
Again,
well,
the
they're going to
great
die
equalizer.
early on this side.
The
So
great equalizer again. Yeah, and it is mostly the top blast zone where people will survive for these ludicrous amounts of time.
yeah, and I feel like Goblin does a really good job of killing off the side anyway. We have seen a couple kills with up air, but in general, he's looking for these ledge trap situations using F tilt, F smash, back air, and side B to take the stocks, and those are all going to kill pretty early off the side on Kalos.
Yeah, Goblin just plays to the stage very well. I feel like wherever you would expect for Roy to find stocks on many stages, that's just exactly where he's finding them, which is really impressive because the opponents likely know that too at this level, and he's still able to create these situations where they're falling.
Oh, I really like the call out on that up smash with the F smash, sending him off stage. And I like how he's just kind of chilling on the platform too. Might fall through with a back air, might catch the jump with like an F tilt or something like that.
Goblin looks so patient too, like not even just in play, but also in the player cam, because if you've been watching Javi on Earth at all, you can see there a little bit of motive, but Goblin pretty cold, just sitting there. Obviously as patient and as disciplined as his play would suggest.
Tries to catch the jump out of shield with the back air, but Goblin staying patient in shield, waiting for Javi to overextend so he can figure out how to get out of there.
Yeah, the instant blazer back to stage, gonna be caught with the bowling ball there.
I love like how Javi's doing the little like, it's not teabagging because it's a little kid. He's just like, you know what I mean? Have you seen it?
The crouch spam.
Yeah, the crouch spam. So cute.
I do think Villager's crouch is very funny though. It kind of just looks like he bonks his face on
Yeah.
the ground sometimes.
Ooh, really explosive stuff here from Goblin. Tries to go through the platform there, but was struggling for a
Yeah,
little
he got
bit.
ultimated.
Yeah.
Ooh, only able to take out one balloon. That move is the most Mr. President move in the game sometimes. Like, it's just straight body armor. Those balloons provide so much protection.
So funny. I feel like they would instantly pop if they were hit with a fiery sword, but
I don't know. You're not an expert.
yeah, the programmer said otherwise.
And I do feel like it feels like the hurt boxes on the balloons have a much higher priority than the hurt boxes of Villager. I'm not sure if it's coded that way, but it does always feel like it. And Javi, you know, you see the odd Villager wall jump every once in a while.
Yeah.
A lot of people not even familiar with the fact that Villager does have a wall jump, but he does possess one, and you can use it for that reason to sort of set up for the back airs. But
That was so cool.
yeah, when Blazer kill screens, oh man, it's so cool.
Yeah, he got the parry on it too.
Yeah.
Yeah. This game.
So Goblin going up 2-1 now, I believe.
Yeah, that was game 3. Okay.
Everyone's favorite there, the double edge dance into just simple up tilt. That up tilt is so good.
Yeah.
If anyone's curious, go look at the sweet spot hitbox of Roy's up tilt, because that, my friends, is what would classically be called a tipper. It goes so far above where Roy's other moves would suggest the hilt hitbox would be, and it's so good as an anti-air for that reason. And so many players will actually use it to catch landings as well. You see a lot of higher level Roy players go for like run up, pivot, cancel, up tilt, and it just looks so cool when they're able to pull it off.
I've never seen that before.
I promise, it's a thing.
Okay, I like that punish. I was going to say, what are we going to see? A lot of people like, well, after 10 hits, I think you get an instant roll, right?
Yeah,
So
it's either 11 or 12 hits on your shield in rapid succession. The game will give you access to like a fully invincible roll.
Yeah,
that you can just like roll through the opponent with and get like and net like a pretty big punish.
Oh,
Did his jump get caught there?
No,
No,
he
okay.
didn't get his jump. I thought he did. Back air the balloons? Okay, no,
Wow,
just F
he-
smash him.
Okay. Mix-ups on mix-ups from Goblin here.
I actually really like that because I think if he would have gone for a back air on the balloons, there's a chance that Villager would have been in free fall but still been able to make it to the ledge. But he just decided to catch him coming back on stage
That was
instead.
such an insane Blazer angle. He got to where he could not grab the ledge immediately, but drift to catch the ledge after the bowling ball had already sort of escaped the threat range there. And he kind of threaded the needle between the bowling ball and the ledge.
Okay, makes it back. Yeah, he's really
yeah.
good at avoiding that.
Yeah, Javi actually looking to cover that with jab now, it looks like, but to no avail so far at least.
Choosing not to go for the last hits on that side B. Probably for the best. I don't think it would have worked out. Ooh.
We saw something a little bit quirky a second ago, and I wonder about it, because Javi ran up and did pocket. So that leads me to believe Javi was trying to use it as like a sort of spot dodge for the invulnerability frames.
I didn't know it had that.
Yeah, it does, because most like reflectors in Ultimate like have invincibility because like they couldn't really function without them, and I guess Pocket is no different because it's like it would kind of suck to like call out someone shooting their fully charged charge shot and you just don't have, you know, it just hits you anyway because like I misspaced my pocket.
That makes a lot of sense.
And so it actually does have, I believe, 1 or 2 invincibility frames on it, and some villagers are just insane at utilizing that. Definitely not the intended purpose, but one that provides the character with a lot of like needed utility and sort of, you know, levity and disadvantage, or rather
Yeah.
just for making callouts.
And a good mix-up. Ooh, uses the Nair
Okay.
there to avoid
Goblin.
the fair.
You're sick.
He's
The
a
Nair
little
3, because that was preemptive too. Like
Yeah.
Nair 3, you know, you have to go through Nair 1, then Nair 2's behind him, Nair 3 comes back. Timing that so well to Clank with that forward air from Javi. Down throw up air one trades with the Nair too. Not quite frame tight there from a Goblin. Javi is just getting really creative at this point in the set, because while you may suffer greatly from being hit by Goblin on this stage, it also doesn't provide Roy with as much space to sort of maneuver around your traps. So we're seeing a lot more mix-ups, just brand new setups in general coming out, and the Lloyd Rocket strong hit gonna catch that roll. It's looking pretty even right now. Wave dash.
Yeah.
Just wave dash.
Oh, is he trapped with the tree?
It's like
No.
Melee, like the thing on Stadium.
Oh my gosh. Yeah.
Ooh, great parry from Javi there. Awareness on exactly what Goblin wants. That's like the forbidden fruit to so many Roy players. It's like, if I spam falling up air on their shield, eventually one will hit and I will get 60 damage. But until then, I will get parried and punished every single time.
Yeah. We've seen a lot of parries from Javi, especially recently. Like within these last few stocks. Catches the roll behind with the F tilt.
Yeah, I would definitely say Javi has just been playing on a different level right now. Not able to amass any sort of lead, but definitely not far behind here, as that bowling ball forward smash would have been more than enough to eliminate Goblin.
Ooh, I like that empty hop into F tilt rather than landing on his shield, because Javi has been able to parry a lot of them recently. He's adapting and using the empty hop.
Wow.
Yeah, I really like